And I don't ever recall having to message my neighbor and go, after what, 6, 7, 33 kids, 47,000? Even when I'm in 20, I didn't have to message nobody and ask how I was supposed to feed a baby. I never had to call anybody at 3 in the morning and be like, hey man, you have a nipple over there? Like, feed the infant?
Over time, it's just started falling apart.
And how much time do you think it took?
A couple months for me to realize.
And what did you realize?
She was using me.
Okay, describe that for me.
Let's see, I put food in her house to feed her kids, and her, and her mom.
And I told that one right there when we was at work.
Right.
Every day she was off work. She was at Walmart spending money for them.
Okay.
Every day.
For the children. I know what you mean by for them, for the children, am I right? I mean, helping the kids move forward.
Those kids, all they would eat is dollar pizzas.
She was on a dirt bike with the next youngest, and I'm not going to call names other than Summers. And diaper full on that one, hanging off, old as the hills. And his little sippy cup, you know, it's full of liquor. I know that because of, you know, announced it like it was something to be prideful about. He was wanting something to drink. She told him no, we couldn't have that because it had her liquor in it. Hello, new neighbor, right? Anyway, what I didn't realize, nor did any of the rest of the neighbors who knew them closely, was that she was pregnant that whole time. And then when I first got to meet Summer, she was rigid. Every time you'd hold her, she was stiff as a board. She cried. She had fetal alcohol sitting in her ears like her siblings kind of did when they were younger. And obviously that whole time I had watched, but we didn't know she was pregnant. Every day drinking. You know, their well water was straight sulfur. Bad. To where when you turned it on, and that's nobody's fault in there. Well water is well water. You know, each one's different. But if it's this bad and discolored, you go get bottled water. Especially for a baby. Nope. And I was standing there watching as it wasn't formula, but a little bit of milk, mostly water, and oatmeal. For one that was not even, you know, a few weeks old, like a month or two. And I was like, holy, like hell, you can't do that. You're gonna hurt that baby, you know? Like, no. So, formula I had, you know, they send you mail for like 25 years after you have a child. I happen to have a son, I gave it to him. After that, I guess they, whatever, contact was intermittent off and on throughout the years, depending on. It wasn't their faults, you see. I knew it wasn't their faults. They couldn't help that, couldn't help how they were being raised or done or anything like that. But, you know, I don't even know that the other hill realizes. But I know at first I thought, well, they don't have money to feed them. You know, they don't have this, they don't have that. So I would bring groceries over and do whatever, you know. So would other neighbors, churches, whatever. But then you start to realize over a length period that there's all kinds of money. Just like there's always all kinds of money. And even Andy could bring in like 1,000 plus a week and they would still be able to drop more and afford more. But you'd watch in the evenings as the liquor was bought and as the cigarettes were bought and this and the other and case of beer, but then like a box of off-brand Q corn dogs, right? And not even enough in totality for the entire family. And sitting on the bar like it was some great fucking feat. But then when there was a new engine that needed to be bought, or here's that money immediately available, same day, thousands of dollars. Wouldn't leave her with any money, but had a bank account. Here's the kicker for me. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know if people's burnt out brains don't realize or what. I mean, I know they know I've fed their kids. I know they know I've watched their kids, all of them, fight over one bowl of soup in that floor with a fork. And Andy is my witness. Maybe right now he's pissed, won't vouch, but I promise you that is the case. One bowl of soup, multiple kids, one fork. Yeah, piece, like a bowl of damn chicken noodle soup. What the hell is that about? But either way, they would come to my house and immediately upon entering go straight to my fridge. I've watched them take chocolate milk, regular milk, whatever they wanted out of the fridge, uncap it, drink straight out of it, and then leave it sitting on the floor, fridge door wide open, because they're not really taught any better. And get whatever they wanted off the shelves, and I had grill shelves all in the kitchen, food on them all times, freezers outside, you name it. And, there were many times, including right after I had surgery. And the oldest two would always be the ones that would cross the hill. Not Summer, the next youngest. And, I seen their little feet under a curtain I blocked the living room from the kitchen off with. But anyway, I'd feel something, hear something, I'd kind of come to. And I knew it was them in there. And they were just getting themselves something to eat. Or grabbing something off the shelves. And I'd never say a word. I know they'd peek in, see if I was asleep, whatever else. And I just looked and think, whatever. There was always stuff left easy on top of the freezer they could get a hold of outside. And I never said a word. And I don't even know that the next L.T.L knows. And I don't care if they do now. Because you know what I'm sure of? Are those boys are somewhere where they're eating. And you ask why none of us called DCS in the neighborhood, because I know that'll be a cry too. Well, why didn't you? Why didn't you? Well, hell, DCS is there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're not doing anything. What do we do? And the community as a whole try to take care of these children. I promise you that. I know this to be fact. And if ever other neighbors speak up, which they may not, because look what's happening to us, right? They will tell you exactly what I am. That community, the churches, they knew what those two are. But they knew those kids weren't at fault. And so they did, knowing half of it was going to be sold, given away, done whatever. But food was given, the boys and her taken care of by the community.
What do you think happened this summer? What would be your best guess? Like,
I say Candus let something happen to her.
do you think it was an accident, like, and then she covered it up?
To be honest, maybe. Might have been an accident. But
Now it's gone too far, right?
I don't know. I don't trust her. She ain't never acted like she cared about anything other than herself. And she never cared about them youngins.
Did you think that they looked malnourished, or because?
That's an understatement.
They was for a long time, I know.
Mm-hmm,
but they really like the last year or so, we
put
seen
on
a lot.
weight
They
now.
looked like he was
They've
eating a lot better.
eaten a lot better. That's for sure.
They for a long time,
They
was
was not
skin and
sticks.
bones.
And you could tell they was malnourished. They're just their little cheeks. They was just act like it was all they could do to get up and go to the table or something. Just barely move. Act like that's all they felt like doing.
I heard that they fought over food. I don't know if that's really true.
They probably did. I mean,
Seriously, a couple years ago, yeah, I'm sure they probably did. Because they did get pretty rowdy with each other.
You know, there's a reason that I've stayed away from, because people have asked this whole time, what are some memories you have of summer? And I've stayed away from that topic. I even asked, the news the other night to stay away from it. For exactly the reason I'm telling you now. Because most of the ones I have of summer, or the rest, are all kind of sad. They're not really of a happy child playing. They're not of... They're uncomfortable moments, painful things, sad things.
Those kids, all they would eat is dollar pizzas.
Ask her who unplugged the freezer.
Not me.
Well, it was unplugged, now we can't have pizza snacks.
Well, plug it back in.
I did.